we've got two small topics to hit on here in lesson 44 today. They're not all that closely related. Maybe we'll find they are a little bit related in the future, but they're very small things that we're going to add to previous things we've done, and we'll start from there. Okay, so we're going to solve proportions using cross products, and then we're going to start talking about the slope of a line. So let's solve proportions using cross products here first. So this is a proportion, and actually we have four proportions here, and we're going to solve them. Now, in the past, we've been solving these by inspection. We've been saying 8 times what is 12. And actually that's 1.5. That's a little bit tougher for you guys to identify. 8 times 1.5 is 12. So then we'd go 12 times 1.5 is our answer, and that's 16. But, we can also do this using cross products. Here's what I mean. 8 times W should equal 12 times 12. If this is truly a proportion, and we're being told that 8 over 12 does equal 12 over W, then their cross products are going to be equal as well. So 8 times W should equal 12 times 12. And that's just the rule, that if two ratios are equal to each other, then their cross products are also equal. It's always been true. It's been proven time and time again. So we can use that to solve this missing variable. We'll simplify the left side, 8W, simplify the right side, 144, and we'll divide both sides by 8. So when I solved this by inspection, I said 16, didn't I? And I was wrong. Half of 12 is 6, so 12 plus 6 should be 18. I said 16. So one reason why I solve them by inspection, there's a little bit of a weakness there. My mental math was off when I solved it by cross products. Um, more accurate maybe. Not to say that inspection doesn't have its times, but it's definitely not going to work too well here. 12 times what is 1.6, or 1.6 times what is 12. It's a little bit tougher to do. So we'll use cross products here. 12 times x should be equal to 3 times 1.6. We'll simplify both sides when we get 12x equals 4.8, and we'll divide both sides by 12. 0.4. Okay, and we can go back and check our answer by inspection. How about this? 3 times 4 is 12. Is 0.4 times 4 1.6? Yes, it is. Okay, so now it should make sense. Let's do it again here and see. Y times 24, or 24y, should equal 18 times 16. 18 times 16 is 288. We'll divide both sides by 24. 288 divided by 24 is 12. So y is 12. One more time. Z times 5, that's 5z. 0.8 times 1.5, using a calculator here, that's 1.2. And I'll divide both sides by 5. 1.2 divided by 5 is 0.24. And you can see I showed a little bit less work here on C and D, 2 steps to be exact. If you need to show all those steps, then do it, by all means. Okay, so that's solving proportions by cross products. We'll do it over a period of time, and you'll get better at it. Now let's move on to slope. I think your note sheet is missing this E, F, G label, so go ahead and put those on there, E, F, and G. And we're going to find the slope of these lines. All right, pay attention here. Slope is the rise over the run. Some might call the vertical change over the horizontal change. Vertical up and down, horizontal left and right. So the vertical change over the horizontal change, or the rise over the run. So for line E, let's start at this point. Over here, and go to that point. It goes up 2 and over 1. That's a slope of 2. Some might say, no, it goes up 6 or up 4 and over 2. Yeah, you're right. That's a slope of 2. Okay, so you can look at it any way you want, but it always is going to simplify to the same thing. Okay, so now let's look at line F here. I'll do it in green. Starting at this point, up 1 over 2, or I'm sorry, up 2 over 2. It's a little bit tougher to see. It went up 2 over 2. 2 over 2 is 1, so the slope is 1. Okay? That's no different than going, I'm drawing another line, up 3 over 3, because 3 over 3, a rise of 3, a run of 3 is still 1. And lastly, what if I went up 3 over 3 from this point to this point? It doesn't matter which 2 points you use. Okay, it's always going to come out the same. Up 3 over 3. Still 1. Okay, and what about G? It's going to go up 1 over 2. A rise of 1, a run of 2. That's a slope of 1/2. Or you could look at it as a rise of 2 and a run of 4. Okay, 2 over 4 is still 1/2. Some people might say, no, no, no. It's going down 3 and it's going left 6. Well, that's negative 3 over negative 6, which guess what? It's still 1/2. Okay, so no matter how you look at this, slope is always 1/2. Okay, and that's what slope is. It's a change, but it's a constant change. Which statement best describes the relationship between slope and the steepness of a line? Okay, the greater the uphill steepness, the less the slope? No. The greater the uphill steepness, the greater the slope? Yeah, that makes more sense. And what about the less the uphill steepness, the greater the slope? No. Okay, steepness and slope are synonymous. They're the same thing. The greater the uphill steepness, the greater the slope. Let's graph the line that passes through the origin and 2, -4, then find the slope of the line. Okay, first of all, the origin, there it is, 0, 0. That's the origin. Okay, it's where the graph begins, 0, 0. It's the start of it. And then 2, -4, we're going to go right 2 spots and down 4. And there's that point. Okay, then we're going to find this, and then we're going to draw this line. So use a straight edge and draw a line through those 2 points. I have my little cheater tools here. And then we're going to find the slope of this line. Okay, rise over run. It actually doesn't rise, it falls. So its rise is -4. And its run is 2. That's a slope of -2. Okay, so lines that go down from left to right have negative slopes. Examples E through G, all of them went up, so they all had positive slopes. But this one goes down, so it's got a negative slope. What is the slope of a line passing through 1, 1 and 5, -1? Okay. Slope can also be looked at as the change in the y values. That's your vertical distance over the change in your x values. That's your horizontal distance. It's still rise over run. Change in y values is your rise. Change in your x values is your run. So we could look at this as 1 minus -1. There's my y values. 1 minus -1 over the change in my x values, 1 minus 5. 1 is an x value. 5 is an x value. Okay, so 1 minus -1 is like 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, and 1 minus 5 is -4. So our slope is -1/2. Okay, might be easier to look at this the other way around. We could go still the change in the y values. Now I'm going -1 minus 1. -1 minus 1 over 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1. That gives me -2 over 4. It's -1/2. So either way you do it, you still get -1/2. If we plotted these 2 points and drew a line like we did in the last example, you'd see the rise over the run is it goes down 1 for every 2 that it goes to the right. Let's go ahead and do it real quick. Let's go back to that previous graph. Okay, so we got 1, 1 and 5, -1. 1, 1 is right here. 5, -1 is right here. Let's draw this line through these 2 points. Right there. Right there. And then let's look at that change. It goes down 1, or down 2 over 4. Down 2 over 4. Guess what? What's that simplify to? Negative 1/2. Okay. Little bonus action for you here today, guys. Flip your note sheet over, write this on the back. Hopefully you're still watching. Horizontal lines have a slope of 0. Okay, so a horizontal line, I'm talking about a line that looks like this one right here. It's flat, left and right. It has a slope of 0. Let me prove it to you. The rise over the run. Okay, it's not going up at all. From this point to this point, does it go up at all? No, it's a rise of 0. The run, you can call it whatever you want, but there it is. 0 divided by 1 is 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. Okay, now vertical lines have an undefined slope. A vertical line is a line that goes straight up and down like this blue one here that I'm drawing right now. Okay, so let me prove it to you that it's undefined. The rise over the run. Yeah, I put 2 little fake points here. Let's say that's a change of 1. Well, it doesn't move to the right at all, so that's 0, a run of 0. You can't divide by 0. Okay, if you punch 1 divided by 0 on your calculator like blows up. Okay, so dividing by 0 is impossible, so we call that an undefined slope. Horizontal lines have a slope of 0. Vertical lines have an undefined slope. Okay, my time with you today is up. Good luck. Come to me with any questions. Have a great night.